Hello and welcome to episode 55 of the Bearded Banter Podcast, the gaming podcast where I'm joined once again by my good friend Legion Wrex.
Hello.
And today, we're going to be doing things a little differently. We've been doing things very differently the last few weeks. If you guys remember, a couple weeks ago, I conducted an interview with my co-host Bones. It was great. You should go watch it, episode 53. Go watch it. Today, I'm going to be doing the same interview with my buddy Matt, Legion Wrex, right here. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to be interviewing Matt about his background as a gamer, and it's going to be interesting. And if you think it isn't, well, then you can kiss my ass.
You just kiss his ass.
Fuck you, Baltimore.
We fucking hate Baltimore.
Yeah, fuck you, Baltimore. If you can find better deals like this anywhere else, bring your wife down to the shop and we'll fuck her. That's right, we'll fuck your wife. Do you know that video?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I've
Okay,
seen that
there
video.
you go.
It's fucking great.
Fuck you, Baltimore. All right, let's get the mic in a little closer, a little,
Just a little bit.
get a little close and personal with my good buddy Legion Wrex.
Oh.
And we're gonna get this interview started. So you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. State your name, age, and hometown for the record.
Okay. I am Matthew Moorcroft, age 19. I'm from Windsor, Ontario, Canada.
That's great. That's good. Okay. I didn't make Bones do that, so I don't know why I made you do that.
Please state your name for the record.
Please state your name for the record. This can be used against you in a court of law.
It probably will.
All right. So, Matt, how long would you reckon that you've been playing video games?
Most of my life, I think. I think maybe 16 years. 17 years. I started playing it when I was
since when you were 3.
3 or 2 years old, essentially.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've been playing games for a long time.
I still remember playing the original Mario Bros. On the NES because one of my cousins had an NES, so I used to play that when I was 3 years old. I didn't really get into gaming until I was 7 though, so it wasn't for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've been playing games basically all my whole life.
Okay. What kind of gamer would you consider yourself? Would you consider yourself hardcore, casual, in between?
Near hardcore. But I'm not too much. If I was hard, I'm not too big into the one thing that's preventing me from being a hardcore gamer is that I'm not, when it comes to multiplayer games, I'm never in the meta. I'm never I'm never that one guy who's I must be platinum in all my games, must be platinum in League and all that stuff. I'm not that type of gamer. I more just play games because I like the game. And also, but although when it comes to games I'm a lot more critical of certain things. With RPG, when it comes to RPGs, I'm definitely hardcore. So I could say that.
Okay. What are your favorite gaming genres?
Obviously RPG. I'm also big into RTSs, real-time strategy games. Those are always fun. They also help with concentration because it's at one you'll have 10 people doing completely different things. You need to control all of them. And then I've also started to get FPSs. I've always liked too. Because of how fast paced they are. Although I prefer kind of slower paced FPSs, like Bioshock.
Like Bioshock.
Like Bioshock.
Okay.
And I also I've always kind of had a soft spot for platformers too. Like Mario.
Did you grow up on platformers?
Yep. Grew up on platformers. Mario, the Mario, Metroid, Castlevania, Sonic, all that stuff. Grew up on all that.
Okay. What are your favorite games within those genres?
My favorite RPG, without question, is Mass Effect 2. That's my favorite. Favorite RTS? I don't know. I maybe StarCraft. Maybe StarCraft Brood War. That's such a good game. If Heart of the Swarm didn't suck, I would say maybe StarCraft 2, but Heart of the Swarm sucked. So, it didn't suck, but it wasn't up to par of the of how good StarCraft usually is. Legacy of the Void made up for it though. Legacy of the Void was really good.
Yeah.
But I love StarCraft Brood War. Platformer. I think my favorite FPS probably is my favorite FPS either GoldenEye for the N64 or Halo 3. Although I also really like Modern Warfare 2. That one's really good too. I think you can argue BioShock Infinite as well.
Yeah.
BioShock Infinite. When it comes to platformers, Super Mario Bros. 3 without a shadow of a doubt. That's my favorite game too. Mario 3. I love Mario 3. It's like there's nothing wrong with it. If you play it, you're like there's nothing wrong with it. It's a perfect game. It's a absolutely perfect game on every level, and it holds up. It really does.
Oh yeah, holds up.
It holds up very well.
Up very well. Yeah. All right then. What is, to the best of your ability, what is the first game you remember playing?
I remember playing.
So, as far as you can remember,
I think maybe
what's the first game you've ever played?
Oddly enough, I think it's maybe Pokemon Crystal. Which I know Pokemon is usually that's an obvious choice for a lot of people, but yeah, Pokemon Crystal. I love Pokemon, and also Pokemon Crystal. I remember playing. I remember when I used to play it. I used to just restart the game every time I fainted because I thought that the game was over. Because I was a stupid kid.
Because kids are dumb.
Yeah, but I loved it. I loved playing it. I thought it was a fun game. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What's your earliest gaming memory? What is it? Not necessarily the first game you remember playing, but what is the first thing you remember when playing video games? Like, what is the first memory of playing a video game that stands out in your mind?
Playing Halo for the first time. The original Halo on the Xbox when I was like 7. That was a very interesting time because I remember playing that. I'm just like blown away by like how different it was. And I loved when I was 7 and I didn't I was like, oh, I get to kill the aliens, yay. I was a stupid kid. I was a stupid
I'm a dumb kid now.
I was a really stupid kid. But I loved playing Halo. Like just playing Halo for the first time and seeing the scope of the game. I was seeing the cutscenes. I'm like, I'm watching a movie.
So that's your earliest gaming memory?
Yeah.
Okay. Going off of that, what's your favorite gaming memory?
My favorite gaming memory.
Your favorite memory you have of playing a game?
Probably completely getting a perfect kill on my friend who is a master in Mortal Kombat. Basically, a perfection level kill. I didn't take a single point of damage. I was playing as Kano, who's the best character in Mortal Kombat, and no one can argue that. He is. He's the best character. Playing as Kano, he was playing as Sub-Zero. Wrecked him. No damage. Completely beat him. Beat him 100%. Oh, and in both rounds too. It was a
one and done
thing. And keep in mind, this is a guy who's been playing Mortal Kombat a lot longer than me and is much better than me. So I literally practiced with Kano just to beat the shit out of him, and I did beat the shit out of him. Okay. And then he got Mortal Kombat X and started wrecking me again. So
yeah, because X is a lot more intricate than the earlier games.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love X.
On to our next question. What is your favorite scene in a video game?
The death of... Okay, spoilers for major spoilers for Mass Effect 3.
I know what you're gonna say.
The death of Mordin from Mass Effect 3. Major spoiler, yeah. That scene is fucking emotional as fuck. Because Mordin's one of my favorite characters in Mass Effect. And I think I cried like a baby when I first saw that, and the fact that it's got a lot of callbacks to previous games, and it just wraps up, and not only that, but it's also wrapping up another story arc from previous games. It's just a scene that is, it feels like that was the first time in Mass Effect 3 that I was literally feeling like, yeah, this is the end. The end is come. We're wrapping up here, and it was a very well done. The music too in that scene is also really good.
Okay. Going off of that, what's your least favorite scene in a video game? Like a scene that...
The ending of Mass Effect 3!
There you go.
Fuck that. Fucking hell. Specifically the talk... Specifically the final talk with the Catalyst. The first scene before that is really well done. But the talk with the Catalyst makes no goddamn sense. It feels like that makes no goddamn sense. It makes a little bit more sense in the extended cut. By the way, I'm using the original ending. We're disregarding extended cut with this. So just the original Mass Effect 3 ending without extended cut. Without extended cut with the original dialogue makes no goddamn sense. You get no choice in any of the dialogue you have at all. You have to. It's a cutscene. It's a cutscene. And you choose from 3 endings that really don't have any difference at all. It's a slap in the face to every fan who's been with this series since its beginning, and it's a slap in the face to people who just like good storytelling. Thankfully, the extended cut kind of fixed a lot of that, so that's why I'm not including it here.
Yep.
If you want to like my least favorite scene in a video game outside because that included the DLC that fixed it, maybe the fucking everything in Sonic 06. The way Sonic gets revived. The kiss scene is fucking awful.
However, there is one really good scene in that game, and that's Shadow spin kicking Silver in the back of the head. That's a fantastic scene.
Because Silver needed that, because fuck Silver. Speaking of wonderful video game scenes, any scene where Shadow the Hedgehog is being edgelord in his titular video game, Shadow the Hedgehog.
All right. Next question. What is your favorite console? If you have one.
My favorite console, probably PS2. This is PS2. Just nothing to say more. Just then, it's a console that lasted like 11 years, and has some of my all-time favorite games on it.
More than 11 years. Lasted 13 years.
Yeah. Like it has some of my all-time favorite games on it. So.
All right. Moving on, do you play on PC?
Yes.
Okay.
It's basically, I don't have money for consoles, so it's basically the only thing I play on.
Okay.
These days.
Well, my next question was going to be, how frequently do you play on PC?
Basically every day. When I should be working, or working on videos, or doing schoolwork. Nope, I'm playing Heroes of the fucking Storm, because I'm a lazy-ass bitch.
Heroes of the Storm, fucking asshole. MOBA. Alright, this is a big question. This is a question that gets a lot of debate. I think you know where I'm going with this, based on the last few questions. Do you prefer console or PC?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I want to say PC. I'm probably going to say PC, just because I play on more often. So I'm more used to the control scheme. And and when it comes to FPSs, I definitely prefer FPSs on PC. The aiming is a lot better. Although it all depends on the game. Like, I actually prefer like platformers on console, because the controllers are meant for them.
Yeah, there are certain genres that
third-person shooters can work on either. RPGs can also work on either, to be honest. Although it depends again. Sometimes with hack and slash games, I prefer like on console, just because I can Mash that fucking button over and over again. Dynasty Warriors is definitely a console game, because just mash A over and over and over and over and over and over and over, and you win the game. But
Yay.
I love Dynasty Warriors though. So
Okay. What's your favorite controller? Like, what controller do you prefer?
the
to use?
the classic PlayStation controller.
So the DualShock.
Yeah, the DualShock controller. Although I am partial to the GameCube controller.
It's a good controller.
Game controller is good, and also I'm kind of in the minority on this. I don't mind the Dreamcast controller, even though it looks like a spaceship. But I don't mind it. I think it works for the games that it's on.
Even though it looks like a fucking communist. Okay.
Oh, hail Putin!
All hail Putin. Rootin' tootin' Putin. All right. Who's your favorite developer?
That's hard. That's really hard.
That's why we're asking the big questions.
That's really hard. There's some I love Platinum. Platinum is great. Kojima Productions, of course. That's the Metal Gear and now Death Stranding, which looks amazing.
Why are there so many fetuses?
Fetus. Norman Fetus and his Norman Fetus.
Okay.
BioWare. BioWare is usually great. Ubisoft, when they're good. When they're good. Ubisoft. Nintendo, of course. Nintendo. The people behind the Metroid Prime games, I forget their name.
Retro Studios.
Retro Studios, I love them. Retro Studios are great. Fucking Sonic Team. When they do good stuff. Naughty Dog, Insomniac, Bungie.
At least in the Halo days.
The Halo day. No, but even with Destiny.
Yeah, even with Destiny. I mean,
even with Destiny.
They fixed it, so.
Yeah, no, Destiny. It's a well-made game, just lack of content. Fucking Blizzard. Blizzard is great. DICE, when they're good. DICE is a mixed bag for me, because they fucked it. Because Battlefield 4, Hardline, and Battlefront were very good, but Battlefield 1 is really good. Respawn, of course, the Titanfall. I know I'm probably gonna have to go BioWare, just because they've consistently put out.
I figured.
Stuff. And BioWare.
I had a feeling you would say BioWare.
Probably BioWare.
Okay. Going off that, who's your favorite individual in the gaming industry? So, is there a certain person in the industry, be it an individual developer, a game reviewer, an on-screen personality that you just love?
Oh, does this not include? This doesn't include. This is more than just like game developers. Then, so it's like people.
So like game reviewers, online personalities, people in the industry.
That makes it harder.
Yeah.
Oh boy. I like.
If you want to say Kojima, you can.
I mean,
that's the easy answer.
I want to say Kojima, but yeah, at the same time, Hideki Kiyama, Platinum, from Platinum. I want to say Shigeru Miyamoto. Miyamoto.
Iwata, when he was still with us. God rest his soul.
Iwata. Yeah, Iwata. Angry Joe. Jacksepticeye. Markiplier. When it comes to game reviewers, Jim Sterling, one of my favorite game reviewers. You know what? I'm probably gonna go with Hideki Kiyama, because Platinum has had such a string of titles that have been fantastic recently, except for Legend of Korra.
Yeah.
But Kiyama didn't work on that, so it doesn't count.
It doesn't count. Okay. All right. Who's your favorite video game voice actor?
I'm
gonna say voice actor / voice actress. If you want to go one for each, you can.
Steve Bloom is up there. I like Troy Baker is always great. Nolan North, fucking Laura Bailey. Travis Willingham, Jennifer Hale is always great. Brandon Keener, Voice of Garrus Vakarian is really good. I'm gonna go with Troy Baker. This is an obvious choice, but Troy Baker is always great. He's in a lot of stuff I like.
He has such a diversity of roles too.
Yeah.
He can play anyone.
Yeah.
Really, it's kind of ridiculous. Okay. I think this is gonna be a difficult one for you also. Who's your favorite video game character?
I don't know. I don't know what noise I made there either. I would say, because there's a lot of game characters I really like. When it comes to game characters, I'm looking more for depth. If they're one-note characters, do not expect them to be there. Although sometimes they can be good. Ellie from Last of Us is one of my favorites. I love Ellie. Nathan Drake, of course. Lara Croft from the recent
Reboot
from
Lara
the
Croft.
reboot Lara Croft, the recent Tomb Raider games. So yeah, Lara Croft. Samus Aran, when she's not complaining about the baby. So many characters from Dragon Age and Mass Effect. Varric, Iron Bull, fucking Garrus Vakarian, Legion, Tali. When it comes, Kefka from Final Fantasy VI, Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII,
Cloud?
Yeah, I would say Cloud, Squall from Final Fantasy VIII. I would also say that I'm not gonna mention their names, but a specific character from Final Fantasy 15, maybe there. I'm not gonna say his name because I know that game has recently come out, so I'm just gonna leave that for people who have not played the game. Fucking Luigi, because I fucking love Luigi. Zero, Ryu, Zangief, cause fucking Zangief, Kano, trying to think, Booker, Elizabeth, every character from Life is Strange, and most of the characters from the Telltale Walking Dead games. I would say Hunter from Spyro. He's always been a favorite of mine. I'd even say Cinder from the later games, from the Legend of Spyro games. Dr. Neo Cortex.
Cortex.
One of the greatest video game villains. If we're going video game villains. What? Oh, we're going to... Okay.
Spoiling later questions here.
Wait, never mind. Shane's giving me later. But yeah, if I have to say a favorite character...
If you have one definitive favorite character.
One definitive favorite character...
Because you just listed a smorgasbord.
I'm actually gonna... I'm actually going Liquid from Liquid Snake from Metal Gear Solid. I think he's one of the he's a very compelling character. There's so much to him. You can like write essays about him.
I'm sure someone has.
Yeah. And yeah.
Okay, so you're going with Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake.
For your favorite video game character.
Yeah.
All right, going off that, who's your least favorite video game character?
Big the Cat. Fuck Big the Cat. He pisses me off.
Wow, that was easy.
He's annoying.
He is annoying.
Froggy.
I have to say Froggy.
No, you don't.
I'm voiced by Duke Nukem.
Actually, screw Liquid Snake. Duke Nukem is my favorite video game.
Nukem.
Duke Nukem is best video game character. I love Duke.
Okay, so you're going Big the Cat, your least favorite.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, favorite villain. Video game, go.
Well, Liquid Snake. No, Liquid Snake is not my favorite. He's my favorite character, but he's not my favorite villain.
Then who is?
My favorite villain is still Atlas from the original BioShock. Just such a diabolical motherfucker, manipulating you the whole time through three simple words. Such a good villain. And his boss fight is dope. The only time BioShock has ever given us a good final level. But Atlas from BioShock is really good with a close, very very close run, with a very very close runner up, being Kefka from Final Fantasy VI.
Okay.
He's a very close runner up.
Okay. What is your favorite game soundtrack?
Oh,
Because there's a lot of good gaming music out there. So what's your favorite game
I might
soundtrack?
go with one from Final Fantasy because those have always great soundtracks. Or Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts has got good music. Or fucking one of the Sonic games.
3 and Knuckles. Mega Man X.
Mega Man X. You know, fuck it. I'm gonna go with an obvious choice, but I'm gonna go with Final Fantasy VIII. Final Fantasy VIII's music is fucking glorious. And that opening, and it's got probably the best collection of tracks that Final Fantasy's ever done on it. Although 7 and 9 come close.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on. Next question. What is your favorite series of games?
Mass Effect. Mass Effect is my favorite series of games. If that hasn't been made clear. Because it is.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to elaborate on that at all, or?
Oh yeah. Mainly because I love the storytelling of it. How it's the only game series I can think of that it felt like a TV show. If that's the best good compliment I can give it, because it's like you're watching it and you're literally watching 3 games with the same cast, same main character, literally same main character. You make the character in the first game, and he's the same character in the end for the first, same class, same face, same choices you've made. It's you, and it's really well done. And I'm hoping Mass Effect Andromeda continues that trend. Although from what I've heard, they might not, and they might not, which is very, very, very sad. I think that. I know that instead they might just make it like every character a new protagonist. I don't want them to do that. Make a new trilogy with a new protagonist. That would have been dope.
Okay. If you could be, Matt, if you could be any video game character you wanted, who would you be? It's a tough one, ain't it?
That is.
You gotta think about it.
Because most video game worlds suck ass. Let's be honest here, they all suck ass. I would probably be Link. Because I get to be in Hyrule. I could have a...
Which Link?
Which Link?
Like Hero of Time Link, Toon Link?
Probably... Skyward Sword Link. Because, one, because you get to live in the clouds. Which is dope. And also... And also, you have the best interpretation of Zelda with you, which is always a plus. And I also don't need to talk.
That's true. You don't have to talk to anyone.
Which means that I can actually just tell people to fuck off in my head. I can really just be like, I hate you.
Just fuck you.
Yeah.
Okay. So Skyward Sword Link.
Yeah, Skyward Sword.
Okay. If you can make your own video game, what would you make? Like, what kind of video game would you make if you were given the opportunity?
Okay, I would make a game. You play as a brick.
Go on.
You play as a brick, and your goal, and it's a brick's goal in life to be built in a house. They want to become a house, but you're a very different brick. You don't want to be in a house. You want to be free. You want to explore the world, but you can't because you're a brick. But one day, you escape. And now it's you as a brick exploring the world while running away from the foreman. And I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. This is a complete joke. I made this
running away from the foreman out on the land.
I made this into a joke. I made this on the spot, by the way, as a joke.
That'd be an amazing indie game. It would be social commentary on
the housing crisis.
It would be a social commentary on the housing crisis, and it would also show a different viewpoint of the poor bricks that go into what we build. Maybe bricks don't want to be houses. Did you ever think of that?
Ever think of that? You're abusing the poor bricks.
Okay, let's be real here. What kind of game would you make?
I would probably make an RTS, like a probably we don't have enough. We have fantasy RTSs and we got sci-fi RTSs, but we don't have any like a supernatural RTS. We don't have like one where you get to maybe you get to play as like a sect of werewolves or a sect of vampires. Wouldn't that be cool? We don't have that. That sounds dope as fuck. That's what I would make, an RTS focused on vampires, werewolves, and the supernatural and stuff. Okay. That would be cool.
Okay. We're pretty much at the end here. We only have 2 more questions, and they kind of go off of each other. If you could only play one game for the rest of your life, what would it be? Not necessarily your favorite game.
Yeah. Because my favorite game, I would not be able to play.
Yeah. So what game would you, if you had the choice of only playing one game for the rest of your life?
Probably a multiplayer game, something like Heroes of the Storm or Overwatch. Because those games have no story, and you can just play them. And they're infinitely replayable. Probably Heroes of the Storm, just because I'm addicted to that right now. And also, there's so many characters that you can just always manipulate with, and every game is different. It's the one MOBA I play, so...
All right, final question. It's the big one. What's your favorite game?
Super Mario Bros. 3. That's my favorite game.
Okay. Why is it your favorite game, Matt?
It's my favorite one. I have a personal connection to it. The Mario series, I've always had a personal connection with. It also helps that Mario 3 is the type of game that you play, and it's always fun. There was never a dull moment. Every level is different. Every level is different. Every level is its own little story. I like to say it's its own little you go and it's simple. Everyone's like, well, why is that your favorite? It's a side-scrolling platformer.
Okay.
But I'm like, it's more than that. It's just the intricacies, the way Mario controls. It's so tight and so smooth. It's so it feels so right, and the amount of variety in the power up. There's 40 power ups in that game. It's ridiculous.
Mushroom, raccoon leaf, frog suit, hammer bro suit, tanuki suit, the mega shoe.
The P-Wing,
Fireflower,
P-Wing. There's a lot. The flutes.
The flute. I wouldn't consider that a power up, but it's more so an item.
Yeah, but there's a lot of stuff in that game, and the different stuff you can do. It was the game that introduced the Koopalings. It's just a brilliant game. And it's also the game that every other platformer is now trying to be Mario 3. I know a lot of people who prefer World, and I can understand why. World is also amazing, but I think World didn't make as much risks as 3. 3 took a lot of risks by giving us so many different power, making it. It's the first. It was also the first game to really have different methods of playing. You can go throughout the game using one power up or different powers. There's many ways to defeat different levels, which I like.
Yeah. Okay, so Mario 3, your definitive favorite game.
Yeah, Mario 3.
Good choice. All right, that was the last question I had for you. So that pretty much wraps up this interview. We had fun here today.
Yeah, we did have fun.
Yeah, and we learned more about Matt as a gamer.
Oh yeah.
So with that said, we're gonna wrap up this episode.
Yeah. The new game Brick comes out in 2017, made by me.
Made solely by me, no one else.
Solely by me.
Thank you very much for listening to another episode of the Bearded Banter Podcast. If you like what you've seen, you want to see more, you can subscribe to BGN on YouTube for more great gaming content, including Let's Plays, podcasts, live streams, reviews, unboxings, etc. We do some great shit here. Very much appreciated if you subscribed. I want to thank Matt Legion Wrex, for joining me once again, and thanks for letting me interview you.
No problem.
It was great. It was a great time. We learned more about Matt as a gamer, and hopefully as a person.
No.
He's a nerd. That's all you need to know.
I am a nerd that all I talk about are movies, games, and anime because this is all I'm good at.
Yeah. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description if you want to go check him out. And you'll be happy to know that if you like this episode, we do a new episode of the Bearded Banter Podcast every Wednesday. So with that said, we're going to wrap things up here. Thanks for listening. I've been your host, The Beer Bun. With me is my guest co-host and interviewee, Matt Legion Wrex. And we will see you guys next week. Keep on gaming. Or else you'll die. It's like fucking Speed. If you play less than 50 games, if you go less than 50 games a year, you die.
You must go 50 miles an hour or you die, or the thing explodes.